Yes. Yes. Welcome to the RPA Developer Kickstarter. And today's topic is like data scrapping and screen scrapping and UiPath. So, coming to myself, my name is Vijay Shekhar, and I'm having 7 years of ID experience and 5+ in RPA. I started my career as a fresher. It is basically Cypress.io, which is a Java-based, JavaScript-based tool. And then I just moved on to the RPA space. Different tools I have worked on, primarily UiPath. So I have worked on different domains. I am into the GRC, banking, healthcare, and insurance domains. And from the past years, and community speaker in UiPath Hyderabad community chapter, and now associated with Value Momentum, working as a senior RPA developer in IT industry. Yeah, that's about myself. Uh, and let's come into the topics. What we will get from this session. I can say that what you will learn from this session. Uh, you may get idea what is data scrapping, what is screen scrapping, what is this stuff, what we do with. Actually, we already learned about the selectors, we already learned about the recordings. Okay, that is the part of it. It is completed. So what next? So most of the times IT industry or any industry most basically deals with the data. The data is nothing but either the information, either the data that is in the form of like documents, in the form of database, or like in the form of like Excel sheets. Whatever the data is like in the form of many forms. So we have the industry segregated those data into different types. Those are structured, semi-structured, unstructured. So let's know about the difference between the structured, semi-structured, unstructured data. So the main common point is data. So we will learn about data. So, and then the modern versus classic. So don't confuse between this. So modern is nothing but, you will get some updates in your mobile phones. That is nothing but the updates. When you are using any application, you will get the new updates. That is nothing but UiPath having some updated version every day. So it usually updates year by year, day by day. So we have some differences between the modern and versus classic. Classic one is nothing but the previous one, and the modern one is the new one, the new app, I can say that. So, and the main content of the topic, like what is data scrapping, and what is the usage of data scrapping, and what is the screen scrapping, and what is the use of screen scrapping. These are the common things. When we are learning something, we have to know the destination, know the right path. So end of the session, we should know what are all the things, and what I learned in this session. So finally, let me go into the next slide. So we are talking about the data scrapping and screen scrapping. This generally, the both generally deals with the data. The data is nothing but, maybe any form. I can say that the structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured data. Let me tell you an example. What is structured data? So for example, let me pull an example for the structured data. What is structured data? So I can say, let me pull a, yes. So here you can see this is in a structured way. I can say that there is a columns, action, WIID, description, type, status, date. You can see the data is in a structured format. There is a way, so that is defined by the rows and columns. You can see that these are the rows and these are the columns. This we called as structured data. So, okay, man. So you, okay, this is the confusion is clear. So what next? So semi-structured data. So what is the example of semi-structured data? The universe is not same. So there are many forms of things that we have to learn. That is one of the thing that is semi-structured data. So you can see there is more content in the invoice. This is the invoices. I bought something from a baby. So yeah, you can see here there is different form of the data. There is a billing address, there is a shipping address. There is no part of like in a structured way, I can say it is a semi-structured because it has some data with semi-structure, like it has the data where you can capable to see. So what is okay, you guys understood about semi-structured data and structured data. So what's next is like unstructured data. Unstructured data means nothing but, so let me say, so it is not in the format of like the single like what we see in the way, like it not look like that. For suppose take an example of like any other PDF or like let me say, so this is also in image where the content is in the format of like image. So where this is the difficult to, I can see the image and I have to extract the data is somewhat difficult, where I can say this is unstructured. And also when you in a real time scenarios, maybe you can face in your real time when you go to the banks, you will generally what you see, you will fill the forms, or else when you go to the colleges, what you do, you will fill the forms by the handwritten documents, right? So when it comes to the RPA, we call it as unstructured data because it is hard to analyze the unstructured data coming to the RPA industry. But there are ways, maybe that goes to the other topic. But yeah, I hope you guys understood about the structured, semi-structured, unstructured data. I can say these are the technical differences. It is based on relation data table, or as I discussed, this is blah blah blah. So as simple understanding, as I said, so structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. So based on the feasibility of reading the data and manipulating the data, it is completely based on the way of defining the data. So the most of the we generally RPA deals with the data. Okay, so let's go to the data scraping. What is data scraping? Data scraping is nothing but extracting the structured data from your browser. So for example, let me take a UiPath Studio. So let me go to the initial stage of modern one. Modern one means when you install the UiPath, so you will get the process as like modern one. So let me take an example of one process which comes under.
Vijay, your presentation is still on PPT.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me share my full screen. Sorry. And now Rohit.
Yes, I can see now. Thank you.
Yes. So let me do one thing. When you open the new UiPath, you should know, you have to design it a modern or like a classic version. Why I am pushing to the classic version? Because when you go to the real time, some of them using, the older versions also, they are not upgraded to the newer version. Sometimes we prefer the older versions also. When you go to the mobile app, okay, this version maybe I stick to it and I used to it. So yeah, I'm fine with it. So basically I'm not upgrading, so that's why, yeah, I'm just want to engage with the modern version also. So use modern for new projects. This is the option. Just I have to go to the design and settings, design, and use modern for new projects. That's it. So then I just want to create it, the new one, the modern scraping. So yes, I'm just creating it. You already learned about what exactly the UiPath Studio have. Right? So here data scraping in I can say that in modern way. So we have an option called table extraction. What is table extraction? Table extraction is nothing but when you have a table or anything, the data present in the web tables or like Windows application or any PDF form application, that you just want to extract the data from the website, and you just have to utilize or write it in an Excel or utilize the data. So it is a simple option that where you can easily, let me increase the maybe resolution, so maybe you can clearly understand. Let me put 130. Yes. Okay. So I'm just clicking the table extraction here, and I just want to add the data. So here you can see the option call. This is it. This is the one in modern way of doing. So here it is asking me to add the data. So I just want to add the data. I'm just representing the first column or first row. So would you like to extract all the columns from the table? Yes, of course. Yes, I'm doing this. You can see it extracted the data. You can see here we have 7 columns and 10 rows. Let me count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 10. And the 7 columns I have. So you can see the action, and the actions URL is nothing but the search button, and WID and description, type, status, date. you know so this is asking the next button. Do I have the next button? So for every web table or like any application, they may contain the multiple pages. So I just want to indicate the next button. So here I can say there is a symbol for the next button. Either you will have the next or you will have this button. Okay. I just indicated it, and I just want to save it. Here I can say how the settings, like, do I want to limit the data? I mean, I need only the first page, and I only need it for 20 transactions or 20 rows. So I can write it in a way. Okay, so I need only 20. Okay, so then I mentioned it as no limit. Okay, I don't want to have the limit. No limit, with the no limit of things. I just want to do it. Here simply it created the workflow. You can see it is done. See here. So where you can see the option, it extracted the data. So the same as like you know it will put these options, like you already learned about the selectors and all these stuff. So where you can deals with the selectors, and what exactly it is doing, right? So let me show this. Generally, so it is giving the data as data table. So what is data table? So I know you may learn in the future classes about this, but I can say this simply. When I just want to store the data, so I can store it as a data table. So let me write it in a workbook path. So I just want to write it as work items dot XLS, and the sheet name, yeah, sheet 1. And this is about data table. Okay, so then I just want to run it. Let me run it. So generally what it will do is, like, it will extract everything in the pages. You can see it is going page by page and extracting the data. Finally it will write into the Excel. It is done, and we can see it when the play button is stopped. Let me check it. It is doing something in the background, like writing to the Excel. and then it will finish it off. Yes, it is done. Okay. The modern way, very simple, where we can easily extract the data. The older way is also simple. I can say that I can explain in the next 2 minutes. So you can see it here. So where it extracted all the columns. What I missed, sorry, I missed the headers. So, I have to add the headers, then it will add the headers also. So you can see the bunch of data was imported from the website to the Excel. So where later on part you may deal with the Excel operations and all the stuff. So maybe based on next sections, the interesting sessions, you may learn about how you can manipulate this data. How, sometimes I need only the status of open. Sometimes I need only the status of close, like that. So yeah, how I can deal with those things, maybe you can learn in the future classes. For now, the thing is like, if you want to extract the structured data from your website, it is an easy thing. That's just to identify the thing and save it to Excel. Okay, so this is about like modern recording. Let's go to uh, the old ones. For this point, so I have to disable the option and I have to start the new process. I can say classic scrapping. Classic scraping is like my favorite one because I'm from the old school. I can say that. Yeah, but yeah, now I'm using the new futures, all this stuff. Yeah, but really old school. Here you can see the options, screen scraping and data scraping. So let's learn about the same thing, the data scraping here also. But let me take in another example, not the same website or like any same thing. So let's do somewhat interesting or like do some I'm a movie buff. I'm very much movie buff. So I just want to know the top 10 um, like thrillers or like top 20 thrillers in IMDb. Let's go to IMDb. Let's see. So yeah, so let's search for uh, top 20 thrillers, thriller movies. Why top movies? Let me search for the top movies. And then let me come up with the top movies of 2016 maybe. Or else let me search in Google itself. Why wasting time? 10 movies India. Okay, so then let's see here. uh, let's see, we have the collection of like table. Oh yes, we have the table, right? So I just want to extract these, for this name of like, so here I have the data scrapping, right? So I just want to extract it. So using data scrapping, it is the old one. So you can see the UA is different. It is asking you selected a table cell. Would you like to extract the data from the old table? Yes, of course. I love to do that. Yeah. Let's wait. Let's wait for a minute. We can see here, we can preview the data. Oh man, it came up with the exact, serial number, movie, the worldwide, India net, India gross, overseas budget, all this stuff. Okay. Here you can select maximum number of results. If you put 0, it will take all. If you put any limit, so it will take only 100 rows. It works like that. So let me finish it. So do you have the next button or arrow? I mean, it is asking me, do you have any other things like if you have any other pages, please indicate it. No, I don't have any pages. So I'm just simply clicking no. Then what it is doing, it is simply extracting the data. Uh, Let me put right range. So then movies selects. Previously I made a mistake, right? So I didn't add headers. So I just want to do that. So here I have the option called add headers. Maybe in the coming sessions, you will know more about the Excel things. So you will get to know what are these options. Don't worry about it. So it is a simple thing. Just you can do that. Just why I'm debugging it. Let me run it. Let me run the thing. So it should extract the data. Okay, let me see my top 10 movies were captured or not. Hey man, yes, it is. So if you're both in this lockdown or like in the weekend, I just want to watch the top 10 movies. So where I can search for those things, just go to any website that is having the list of actions. You know, uh, you may have to extract those things by simply just identifying the things and extract the data and write it to the Excel. Maybe you can choose by seeing the Excel, not 10 things or like 10 movies. Let's take 100 movies, you can watch it. So this is the one. Maybe you can try it uh, uh, in the assignment or like in a way. So let's discuss about the next point. I can say, hope you guys understood about the data scrapping. Data scrapping, it is, you may ask me, right? You write it in a way, good way PPT, where I can get this data. Let's go to this. When you go to this, uh, there will be a option of like highlighter, like you can see extract structured data from your browser application or a document to a data table. It is exact one where I written there. So where it is nowhere from the sky, the one I just seen here, I just wrote there. So you don't worry about the things that for the definitions or other things, you may have seen here. Okay, let's go to the screen scraping. We already dealing with the data. So let's go for screen scraping. Screen scraping, wow, what is screen scraping, man? So you already said about like tables, right? Screen scraping is nothing but, sometimes, the world is very different and very difficult, so we have to face it and we have to find the solution for everything. So that's where every possibilities comes into the picture. So not always it will comes as a table. So it may have some screens or like different things. Let me open, for example, an application called. So I have some CRM application where I have the data in the form of like uh, yeah, this is the one where this is the small application, demo application, where I have the text and the stuff. So here I just want to extract the text from the screen. So what I can use? So I can't use data scrapping here. Let me check that if that is useful here. Here, what it is saying, this control does not support the data extraction. Please select a table cell. So what they are saying, amen, this is not a data table, or like it's not looks like different one rather than you are using. So what I am doing is screen scrapping. So I just want to get the text. So I'm just clicking on the screen scrapping. Here you can see I need to get the data. So I just want to apply. So I just want to click on those things. It will extract the data automatically. See here, it is extracting the data automatically. So, but there is a methods. There is a method. We call it as like we have three methods here: native, full text, OCR. What are these types? Yeah, every format, every method is like different from one another. So what is native method, and what is like uh, full text, or what is OCR? Let me show an example. So let me go to the like what exactly full text. So full text is nothing but when I just want to extract the data. Sometimes there will be a hidden data also. For example, let me take an example. So here we can see the transaction, deposit, split deposit, all these those are appearing in application. Either I just want to extract the which is hidden the text. Actually, I can say that there is some blanks. I just want to extract those things which are hidden from the UI, so which can't see. So I just want to make it as full text. Full text is nothing but extract the text data which is hidden also. Here you can see the page left, page right. You can't see it in UA, right? You can't see it here. So which is extracted from the hidden. So that is like the full text. The full text itself, the name itself, full text. That means it will extract the data which is hidden also. So there is no hiding from full text. I mean, it will bring out all the stuff. So what is native? So native is nothing but when you indicated a element, when you indicated a screen, so it will bring out what is the data in that specific element. It will bring out those data. So let me re-identify it. So when I just mention this, you can see deposit. So easily you can see that it generally brought the data whatever that is appearing in the UI. So it is about like the native one, the full text, the native one. You got an idea, right? So then what is OCR? I mean, you may get that what is OCR, and you may heard it in the industry. If someone is already in the IT or working in IT, so you may heard about it, OCR. So what is OCR? Let me say an example, or else let me post if you are using UiPath right now, maybe you can also give it a try. I can say that let's try it in a way collaboratively. Yeah. So let me take an image. So OCR is nothing but it will extract the data. It will extract the data from image. Generally images or like legacy applications. That's where you are not getting the data by using these methods. Native, full text, you are not getting the data, you are not getting the text by using these methods. We will go for OCR. This is the least preference, but of course when we don't have any options, we will go for this option. Okay, so let me try this. For example, let me try this with I mean the full text. See here, no text extracted from this UI element. Let me try for native. See here, we are unable to get the data. So why it is happened? Because of it is an image. Because of it is an image, we can't extract the data using native or full text. We have to use OCR. So that can be any OCR. Maybe let's try it out because it is trial and error method. So which one we have to take is like based on our feasibility. Let me try out with this. See here, it is came. RPA developer Kickstarter AMM Mentor Connect session 1 learners. Okay, then blah blah blah. So join us to get your doubts questions answered by our mentors and industry experts. Okay, you got this right. So we have multiple OCRs. So let me say this is the Microsoft OCR. We generally call it as Moody's OCR, or else this is Testrat OCR. I can say we call it as, I mean, Google OCR. So there is another one where UiPath screen OCR. This is generally requires, when you logged into the cloud platform, so it requires some API key. So maybe you can learn it in future sessions why on where we get all these things. And but yeah, let me go for the basics like Testrat OCR. So let me refresh it. The first one is good, right? Microsoft OCR is good for me. So let me refresh it with the Testrat OCR. It is very bad, right? So I'm just increasing the scale, but I don't know. I don't think so. It will increase the accuracy right now. So no, not good. So let's better go to the Microsoft OCR and refresh it. And when I can finish it off, it will create automatically a workflow. You can see the get OCR text. You can see here. So if I'm using screen scraping, if I mention any, let me mention here. Yeah, let me mention here. You can see I'm just selecting these and I just finish it off. It will automatically creates a workflow that gives the output. Okay, so let me run it. Let me put a message. What exactly it written? And let me put a message here also. So what it is doing, it will extract the data and it is writing it in my output pane. That's it. So let me run this file. It is done. The first one is done. And hopefully the second one also done. See here. It's just bringing up all the data from the applications. You can see RPA developer, Kickstarter. This is the next one when we want to connect with the AMA Mentor Connect. Let me post this into group. You can try it and maybe you can post the result also. You can try this image, the day 6 image, and maybe, oh, sorry. Let me make to everyone. Let me repost here. Yeah, I think a lot of questions are posting from this side. Why I mentioned the least preference of OCR, it's always, we are doubting about the accuracy. It is not always 100% though. So we always go for the better options when we are dealing with the OCR. Of course, UiPath having the capability of like computer vision that next to the screen scraping, or like when dealing with the images, that I can say you can learn it in the basics, or after learning the basics you can go and jump into the computer vision or document understanding. I can say that this is about, like, let's go to the slides again. And it's exactly about the speed or like accuracy, or you can see here. So when we run the flow, actually you just seen the speed. When we run the full text, it easily extract the data. So when we run the OCR, it took some time and then it extracted the data. So here you can see it is like the accuracy point of view. So you can see the accuracy is 100% for both full text and native. But when it comes to the OCR, it's somewhat less. So, and also, the background execution. What is background execution? You can ask me. So exactly. So for example, if I close this website, so it is on like foreground, it is on like background, right? So like when we are running the bot, although it is like background, it will extract the data or not. So full text is capable to do that, but native or OCR are not. Okay. So yeah, these are the things that I can say. So what is data, we already found the differences between the data scraping or screen scraping, why it is like extract the structured data, and screen scraping is generally used for the extract data, not the exact thing. So as we did, so it extracting the data from the multiple pages, it only extracts from the single point or like single screen. So data scraping also having some limitations. It can't extract the images, and it can scrape the images like we did. And also it gives the output of data table, and of course it output of string. As we know the differences of data is like format of structured and unstructured, that where it differ from data table and to string, that itself defining itself like a data table is a structured one, and the string is like blah blah. It comes with many strings or many things. Let me open the chat window. Is anyone did the scraping of image? Will screen scraping OCR replaces the computer vision? This computer vision is the advanced one that can extract the data that, here I can see here support for Citrix, generally the OCR, support for Citrix. For the advanced version, so we generally go for the CV, watch computer vision or like the stuff. So yeah, I just want to give you a small exercise that you can try it in your home, or like you can may useful when you are doing the certification in UiPath. So let me open a AC this website. So you should register at this website. This is the demo website that is provided by the UiPath. Let me log out it. So I just have to log into the this website, and then I just have to click on work items. I just want to download this stuff. Okay. Then after, then what we should do? So then after, keep the flow for 2 or 3 days. After successful run or like after successful extraction of the data, keep it idle, because after learning the Excel or like Excel operations or other coming sessions, you will know how you can manipulate this data. So for suppose there is a chance of like I need only status of like closed ones, I need only status of like WL1. So how can I do that? How can I filter those items? How I can fix those data? How can I play with the data so that you can learn from the things? Okay. So any other things? Anyone tried the data? Mhm. So yeah, that's it from my side. The data scrapping and screen scrapping. You know, the mainly I can say that when you are, let me add some other point. You are using screen scrapping. We have activities for that also. So for screen scrapping, you may get the data using get full text, or like we have an activity called full text. No, you need not to always click on screen scraping and do the things. You can mention it in here also. It will extract the data automatically. Okay, so then we have the data called get visible text. This is nothing but the native one. So this is called the native text, the native scrapping. This is called full text. So you may ask me, where is OCR? You can get it by easily. So what are the activities that are okay, where is, you can ask me. So you shown me that OCR native full text. Where is data scrapping? You may ask that. Let me pull extract structured data, right? So we do have these options, and also we do have the activities that we can extract the data. So this is about the classic one. So I can say that you may ask, or you may get the doubt, where is screen scraping in the modern one? Let me go to the modern one. So this is the modern one. Here you can see only table extraction. Where is the one I'm just looking out? So you can have, this is like get OCR text. This is how the get text. Okay, so I'm just dropping out get text here. Here we have an option called full text native text attribute, which is a new one. These are the methods that we generally follow in screen scraping. It is as simple as that. You have to drop this item, and you just have to indicate it. That's it. It is about extracting the data from I have to give the output, so test like this. So where you can get it by the activities also. And also here you can mention what scraping method that you are going to use. So this is about the modern one, because the modern one doesn't have the screen scraping here. You don't think like, okay, it is not available in the modern one. No, we have it in the activities, and we just have to drag and drop here, and we have to do it. Yes, that's it from my side. And I just want to give you a small assignment that you have to log into the smetext.uipath.com, just reset the data, and just extract the work items into Excel, and then you can work on the remaining things after the session completion. Maybe you can choose the use cases like uh, filtering the Excel or all the stuff. And also you may try it. Okay, tell me the top 100 films in the India. So you may get the table, right? So you can extract it and write it in a data table. Maybe you can spend a movie per day. That's it. Uh, that's it from my side. And Rohit, I'm over to you.
Yes, thank you, Vijay. Maybe as we have time, we can spend some 5-10 minutes around the questions that are coming in.
Let me see.
Yeah, so some question from Ramya. I think there is.
Ramya, I think you are in the advanced level of like the certification that you are using ACME. So I mean, you can, if I can say that UiPath is a bunch of like helping hands. You can just post your questions in
Forum.
forum, so that it is, I can say that it is like bunch of helping hands. When you go to the forum, So you will see a lot of help from the people. I know I made most of my friends here. You know, it's very interesting. So if you want to learn something, just read it per a day. So you
Yeah.
can see the multiple things here. I mean, you may, you don't know what the things going in RPA, but here someone posts their questions and someone posts their queries. So you may get clarified with those queries also. I mean, you may get, okay, we can think like this also. Maybe the approaches, maybe they're writing. So yeah, so everything, this is like, someone posted in this question, and you can see the answers it here. I can
Uh,
say is,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go on, Rohit.
Yeah,
Anything?
no, I'm just reading some of the questions. Anjali has mentioned, can you please show any example of input from user for data scraping? I did not understand it very clearly. Input from user as in? Vijay, did you understand that, or we need a little more details
Uh,
about it?
which one? I'm just looking at. Rohit, give me a second. Someone I can see would be nice if you could explain the real-time applications like SAP, how it works. So yeah, website or hovering item again, hovering the next data. So how to extract the data from, yeah, we have some hover activities or like hover text, those things. So it's again the approaches that you do, Ahmad. So it is based on like we have the activities and we have to try and or about like different approaches that we have, but we have the hover activities like the things we can achieve. Okay, so and the new message, yeah, SAP, about SAP things, I can say that showing on the real-time SAP systems, or like, of course it is somewhat difficult for the, but yeah, in community we have, I think so, we previously we did some of the examples. I can say, if someone looking for the mainframes or like the other stuff, we did, I think so, when we search in the community or like the things, yeah, screen scraping will use in Citrix automation. Yeah, yeah, generally OCR, it is reliable for Citrix automation. As we can say, the previously the Citrix automation is completely based on the image, I can say that, and also later on part it is improvised with the CV, and also of course remote runtimes was introduced in these things. It is somewhat easier now, somewhat I can say that, yeah, it is better now actually. So we can say that like it is relatable and reliable for all the Citrix automations. Please explain computer vision CV more. Yeah, that is the good one, but yeah, I was like, but this is the session for the screen scrapping and data scrapping. But in future, when you got all the basics, you will get to know what exactly the CV is nothing but, when we have the data of like images, so it is somewhat reliable, and the more accuracy you will get in the using CV, computer vision. While doing screen scraping data scraping, can we give, sorry, I'm just a lot of messages. So how to extract the data from the drop down menu? I'm little confused. If you want to extract the data, just get full text. You will get all the drop down list. Try it. If you don't, let's post it in like forum. But it is based on the application. But 100% when you use the full text, so you will get all the data. If you want to go only highlighted text, you can use only get text, not the full text actually, or else visible text. While doing screen scraping or data scraping, can we give input manually? What exactly, Santosh, that input you are looking at? So you just want to enter the data in the application, or what exactly? So, or else you just want to alter the selectors, any kind of thing that you're looking. So please post elaborately, maybe I can help. explain, is there any other OCR is in organization apart from these existing ones? So I can say that, so the most of the things follow, we have the Omni OCR also. We have the Omni OCR, where we can install the bundle. Guys already went to this thing, installing of packages. So here, let me search for, yeah, I can install the Omni bundle, where I can get the Omni OCR. So this is the one of the OCR that people use. But if companies are getting in maybe the based on the partnership with UiPath, they are using most of the things on UiPath screen OCR actually. So of course it is based on the feasibility, or as I said earlier, it is the trial and error method. We have to choose the best one uh, by the things uh, to again identify it, and which is giving the best result, we have to use. I can say that Omni OCR, Omni Page OCR is one of the OCR that real-time scenarios we use apart from these OCRs. Is that clear? I think Linga Reddy. And I'm just looking at other. So someone saying sandbox. We will plan for it, and we will discuss in the community, and we will plan for how we can show the SAP automation. We have some part of things in community we already done, and happened for some of the chapters. I think if any, you can post it in forum, that may bring out the recordings also, if it is already happened. You can use the get results. Okay. Using which OCR we can learn. This is nothing but, as I said earlier, this is trial and error based method. So this is the test strat OCR. If I just want to replace with another OCR, I just have to go to the OCR engines. I just want to replace it. So for every OCR, there is something required. So for some of the OCRs, it is not required. But some OCRs, it is required that API key, or like you have to set up the things. But that you can get in the forum, or like you can get in the any channels that the public platforms. No worries. Yeah, it is not complex thing. You just have to replace the things when you just want to work it out with the different OCRs. You can try it out with different OCRs. Yeah, thank you, Ahmad. And guys, maybe if you are bored with use cases, or like you are boring with, you can try it out with different use cases, like any one of the use case that you can take. Maybe you can try it out. That's not an issue, and yeah, that will be cool also. And let's please post to us. You can reach me out in LinkedIn, or like the people from the UiPath. I can say the bigger community in the world. I can say that it is always helpful, and you will get the resolutions as early as possible. I can say that.
Yeah. So any advanced questions that you would have, you don't need to limit yourself by posting it to these particular sessions. Just go to forum.uipath.com, and whatever challenges you have, please detail it out, so that people who are trying to answer have a better context around the question that you are having, and then you will definitely see a very good participation in terms of helping you in getting through that challenge.
Is it possible to use Amazon Textat OCR? So we have the connectivities or connectors, Amal Ras. We can use those things. We can use this Amazon Textat, or like different things. But before using that, we have to set up all those stuff in the Amazon side, and also we have to install the Amazon Textat from in UiPath. Yes, there is a collaboration, and we can use it. I can say that. Yeah, some more information you can maybe reach out to forum, or you can Google it and maybe you can get it by the things. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
I
Satya.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm sure you will have much more questions once you actually start practicing this. So please make sure that you post your questions on the UiPath forum, and you don't even need to do that. If you want a live answering, you can also join in Saturdays from 11 to 12. 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is happening tomorrow, that is 4th of June, and also 11th of June. So please make sure you attend those and be a little vocal in terms of asking these questions. We will try to make sure that it is not that will be much more interactive session, so you won't be muted there. So you can actually unmute yourself and ask the questions and get the solutions clear. So I think that is pretty much it. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, John. So really looking forward to your to have you for the next sessions. If you have any colleagues whom you want to introduce this session to, please do that. The recordings for the previous sessions are already there. You know where to find them, and also the next sessions will be live. So it would be a good way to make sure that everyone in your community has, or in your networks has, the right basics around using the UiPath tool. So thank you all on behalf of UiPath. Thank you, Vijay, for sparing your time. And
thank you, Rohit. Thank you, Manoj, for helping out.
Yes, thank you,
Answering
Manoj.
the questions. Yeah,
Manoj, you there? I just saw Divyashri.
Divyashri. Yeah, thank you, Divyashri.
Thank you, Manoj. Thank you, Divyashri, for tuning in. And thank you everyone for tuning in on a Friday evening. I'm sure everyone is in a hurry to have some plans. So
weekend plans.
Weekend plans. Perfect. Have a great weekend, everyone. See you on the other side. See you tomorrow, or see you on Monday for the next session. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a nice day. Happy learning from UiPath. Bye.
Bye.